So tell me about what I need to keep in my vehicle this winter.
Everything that you think you need in your vehicle for any sort of roadside emergency would be great. And we have a couple examples that we're going to show you. Your basic stuff, snow brush is probably one of the most basic things. Something with a good sized brush, sort of industrial sized brush that has an ice scraper on the back is always good. We got a shovel that always comes in handy, small compactable shovel you can get at our CAA stores. And then we have an emergency roadside kit as well that has a ton of items inside, so I'm pretty excited to show you about a bunch of that stuff as well.
Absolutely. And I mean, I think we know in Ottawa, maybe other parts of the country don't get winter quite as severe, but here you need the scraper. A credit card's not going to do it. Right?
That's correct. We get everything from heavy snow to freezing rain to sleet, all sorts of stuff. And the ice scraper definitely can help you out in that jam for sure.
Yeah. Anything specifically you look for in a scraper or a brush when you're going out to buy one?
I want to make sure it's built of pretty high quality plastic. Most of them are. And if you've ever been out there before, sometimes that ice, that freezing rain that we've experienced sometimes is definitely can do some good damage on that. I know I've broken a bunch myself. So yeah, the higher quality, the better for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And what are some of the things that are in the emergency kit that you mentioned?
Some things that are in the emergency kit, really, probably one of the most important things that are in that kit is a set of booster cables. Again, I've been in jams myself where I've needed boosts, unable to find cables. There's a set that's in there for sure. We got standard first aid kit is in there. There's a little pocket utility knife, some gloves. We got a candle, for example, is in there as well as there's matches and lots of just general stuff that you might not think you need, and they really do come in handy.
Why the candle? Because that seemed maybe not necessarily intuitive to have a candle and matches in your vehicle.
Candle is light, but it's also a bit of heat as well. If you get in a situation where you're in a remote area and it's going to be a while to get somebody to you, and you can't get the car started to get some heat, a candle always works as a nice heat source, and it's also some light if you need it as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen super often, but it does happen from time to time. People get stuck and you can't get going, and if your vehicle doesn't start,
that's it. That's exactly it. If it's there if you need it, and like I said, you never know what's going to happen. Nobody's ever prepared for something like that, and this kit is a nice little preparedness resource that can help you if you need it.
What are some general good rules to keep in mind as we go into the winter season? I'm thinking things like making sure I have enough gas, washer fluid, that sort of stuff. What would you suggest people do differently now that we're going into the winter season?
You know what, and that's a great question, because when you're in the summertime, everybody's enjoying the sun, enjoying the weather and whatnot, and when we hit the winter time, everything sort of comes to mind. Winter tires, got to get those going on. Ottawa, that's a big thing for people, is to have their winter tires. Making sure all your fluids are checked up, making sure that overdue maintenance is might be done. If you're in the summertime, sometimes you often forget about it, and then as the winter comes up, then it starts to creep up on you. So you want to take care of that. Visit your local shop, visit your dealership, and get your winter tires put on. Make sure that they do their checks, their due diligence. Hey, can you make sure my car is ready for winter? Is there anything you notice on my vehicle while the car's in there that you can help me out with, that it's ready and prepared for winter time? Because that's a big thing. Tire pressure is a good thing. Winter tires are a good thing. Washer fluid's a good thing. All the fluids, transmission, coolant, make sure it's rated for the winter. Oil, all that stuff.
So CAA memberships, there are different levels, and maybe the best one might be a different level than you might have thought.
Yeah, that's right. So we have three memberships. We have our classic membership, we have our plus membership, and we have our premier membership. The one CAA recommends the most is the plus. You get the most value for your money. It's the most bang for your buck, and you get a lot of service and a lot of value with it as well.